Week 3, day 5, evaluation day. This week, the quality is selfless. How'd you do? Real simple. Plus or minus on Tuesday. Were you selfless on Tuesday? You were either selfless or selfish. There's not a middle ground. What you did and why you did it was either selfless or it was selfish. And you give yourself a plus or a minus. For every minus that you have this week, if you had a minus on Wednesday and you were selfish on Wednesday, why? Why were you selfish? It reminded me of the story of the little boy and the little girl, and the little boy had all these beautiful marbles, and the little girl had all this wonderful candy. So the little girl said, "Let's trade. I love your marbles." The boy said, "Good. I love your candy." So they swap. Now the little boy, he kept his favorite marble. He gave her all the marbles he had except that one. He loved that one more. So that evening, when he's laying in bed, he's thinking to himself, he feels that marble and he wonders, did she give me all that candy? Or did she maybe hold back some of that candy? Selfish, selfless. See, the little boy was selfish. He held back a marble. The guys with the wood held back a stick of wood. That's selfish. That's competing. That's being selfish. Selfless is the little girl gave him all the candy. She slept real well. She felt good about it because she did what she said she was going to do. She was selfless. See, this week you've either been selfish or selfless. And what you do, if you were selfless, you give yourself a plus. And you feel good about yourself because you know you're developing a quality of selflessness. Don't forget, and you can't forget it because I've told it to you 100 times, selflessness is based on your mental age. And your mental age is based on your willingness to sacrifice a short-term pleasure in order to reach a long-term goal. I want to get a college scholarship. That's not a goal. A goal is to weigh 215 pounds, bench press 225 pounds 13 times, run a 4.540. Those are. Now, in order to do that, you got to practice 10,000 hours. You got to make a commitment. You got to become selfless. You got to give of yourself. Now, what happens is, when you're selfish, you write down what it was that caused you to be selfish. And then you write down, what am I going to do differently in the future? What can I do to develop this quality of selflessness? Makes it real simple. Now you look back on your goals that you wrote in each area, or it doesn't matter what you wrote them in. We give you school, family, and personal, but you can write 3 of them in personal, 3 of them in school, 3 of them in family, whatever it might be. But you write back and see how you did on those, plus or minus. I'm going to make the bed every morning. Did you do it? Well, if you didn't do it, why didn't you do it? And what are you going to do differently next week to make sure that you do it, so that you grow in the ability to be purpose-driven? Remember, Monday and Friday, we talk about being purpose-driven. We're going to set the goals, and then we're going to accomplish the goals. And that's commitment. We're going to put a plan with it, which is a commitment. And then we're going to become selfless so that we do get them done. If we don't, we're going to write down why we didn't get them done and what is it that we're going to do differently next week to make sure that we get them done. You may not get them done the first 6 weeks, and you may start getting down the dumps because you go, gee, I've been at this for 6 weeks and not getting any better. As long as you're there at the end of 36 weeks, you're going to be there. That's the commitment to this curriculum. You're going to do it for 36 weeks. You do it for 36 weeks, you get a nevertheless dog tag. You keep being selfless. Give of yourself. That's the definition of selflessness. Okay? See you next week.